If you're anything like I was when I was overweight, it is so hard to stick to a diet. Like, I am telling you, impossible. And I'm not even talking like the long term. Like, I would legitimately not be able to make it through a single day without binge eating or cheating on my diet. I'm just gonna take this video to kind of talk about things I did. Tell me, number one, stop binge eating and stick to a diet more consistently. And overall, of course, lose those 70 pounds. Honestly, the number one thing you got to understand first is why you binge eat or why you cheat on your diet. And this is going to be different for everyone. So this is what I kind of help my clients figure out. It's really figuring out, number one, what is causing your binge eating and what is causing you to cheat on your diet. I'll use myself as an example in this video. For me, I was really big into school, okay? I was valedictorian of my high school class, and I did a lot of studying, to say the least. Probably 5-6 hours a day. Like, I'm saying a day. Like, I'd get home from school at like 4, work out till like 4:35, then study till like 9-10 p.m. straight. Nothing else, no texting my friends, no video games. I'd play some video games on like weekends or Fridays, Thursdays when I had to practice for like a tournament. But I mean, like, other than that, 5-6 hours just straight studying. And with that studying comes a lot of stress, like, especially for me. I was like, okay, I always got to be number one. I got to get the best grades, got to do best on the tests. And that would really stress me out when I was studying, doing homework, really trying to be that perfectionist and get everything done. And that got me to the point where I would snack every single time I was studying something. So whether I was doing math homework, whether I was doing English, reading something for history, I would start snacking. And it was just a way for me to relieve some of that stress. So again, I kept all those studying habits while I was trying to lose weight. So about 6 months in, that's where I kind of noticed, like, okay, where am I gaining the most calories? That's what you want to look at. Where is it at night? Is it in the morning? Is it during the day? And for me, I was like, okay, a lot of times at night, and it's especially when I'm studying, around like 7 to 9, where you get to like those 3 hours in, that's when I would stress eat a lot. And that number one step of finding where you struggle, finding where you eat the most food, finding where you're the most vulnerable to binge eat, is that first step on eliminating that. Because if you don't identify it, how can you expect to eliminate it? But that's honestly the easy part. So figuring out where you struggle is honestly easy, because it's easier to say something than to actually do it. So once I figured out, okay, I stress eat a lot when I'm studying, now the next step is to try to stop that. That's a whole different beast on its own. And I'm assuming your question now is like, how did I stop that? How did I stop binge eating like that? And I'm gonna tell you how I did it, but the reality is it's gonna be different for everyone. So I can give you the ways I was able to do it, give you some examples, but it's never gonna be cookie cutter the same thing for everyone. So I can't just say, oh, chew gum and that's gonna work for everyone. I can't just say, oh, have a mint and that's gonna do it for everyone, or oh, go on a walk. Like, it's gonna be totally different for you. And the only real way I can kind of explain for you to find that on your own is for you to go try different things, try different methods, and see what works for you. For me personally, it was really basic. It was having those snacks I liked and high volume snacks and just counting their calories. So instead of just having a giant bag of pretzels and going through that all night, it was having a Dunkin' Donut. I know it's crazy to say I had a Dunkin' Donut while losing weight, but it was having a donut and then at the same time having like some popcorn that's low calorie, having some rice cakes, but make sure I track all those calories. Because again, what you gotta realize is you can eat a lot of food. You can eat food and still lose weight. You just have to be tracking those calories. So I would plan out my day to account for that, where I'd leave 500-600 extra calories at night to kind of use on snacks, use on like low calorie ice cream. Popcorn, like I said, is a number one. Those would really help me. Number one, like, just keep my mind going, and number two, avoid that stress. That's kind of like the first aspect of like getting over cheating on your diet, binge eating. Kind of number one, identifying times that it's very repetitive, where it happens a lot of the times. But the second type of binge eating I want to talk about, or cheating on your diet I want to talk about, is like those random moments, okay? Where you're driving home from school, driving home from work, and you see Dunkin' Donuts and you get like 6 donuts. Or you see McDonald's and you get that burger, get that fries, get that McFlurry. I know we all like those McFlurries. I'm going to be real. Like, this is making me want one now. But I mean, those types of moments where you get that urge and you're just in a position where you really feel like you can't resist it. And I'm going to be real. This is going to sound counterintuitive, but don't resist it. In the sense of, you can still have those foods. You can have those donuts. You can have those McFlurries. You can have those burgers. You just have to do it in the right way. So what I mean by the right way is, like, you always got to have moderation, okay? I'm never going to tell you, oh, only eat salad, only eat healthy, only eat protein. But I will say, like, try to be moderately healthy. Try to hit that 80% healthy, 20% whatever you want. So in the sense of, say, like, you're driving by a McDonald's, bro, and you really want that McFlurry. You're driving by a Dunkin', you really want that donut. Or you're driving by a Crumble and you really want that crumble cookie. That's a big one nowadays. It's really just about telling your brain, I can have it at any point. Because the moment you start restricting yourself and telling yourself, oh my goodness, I have such a big cramp in my foot. What is happening? Oh my goodness, what is happening? Okay, I'm back. The moment you start telling yourself you're not allowed to have this food, you're restricted from this food, is the moment you crave it more. And it's the moment where instead of getting that one donut you would have ended up with, you end up getting that dozen, because your body is like, I only have this once, might as well go all in. That's something I see a lot. The all or nothing mindset is probably one of the most dangerous mindsets in weight loss. And like, I'm not even talking on a daily basis, because with the all or nothing mindset, yeah, it's going to get you downing 6-7 donuts, but it's also going to get you in that mindset of like, oh, I've already messed up today. Might as well go crazy this week. Might as well go crazy this month. Oh, might as well start January 1st. That is really what the all or nothing mindset gets you into. Because what you got to realize is, like, say you do worst case, okay, you eat 6 donuts. What is that? 800 calories? 800 calories in the perspective of a day or even a week is comparably nothing. You can recover from that. The problem you get into is when you have those 6 donuts and then you say to yourself, I already messed up, might as well go crazy for dinner, might as well go crazy for another dessert. It really just comes down to containing how much you actually cheat on your diet. And I mean, of course, all of this is easier said than done. It's not like you're gonna watch this video and magically be able to do all of this. It's gonna take you time. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's gonna take you time to learn this. The only real way to speed that up is to get someone to keep you accountable and help you like figure out where you're going wrong. Because that's something I wish I had. I wished I would have had a coach or someone outside it, or a friend or a family, who could have looked at my situation and been like, yeah, I actually noticed you binge eat a lot this time. I see you eat a lot of calories then. Because I'm gonna be honest, it's way easier for an outside perspective to see your mistakes than for you to see them. It's like the same exact thing when you're writing like an English paper and you have a typo. It is so hard for your brain to recognize it. It's the same exact thing with dieting and weight loss, is where you're not really gonna see a lot of your mistakes, but other people can look in and, number one, see them and give you advice. So if you do want that from me, if you want me to coach you, give you advice, come up with a plan for you, fill out the form in the description. But other than that, the self-reflection, again, is gonna come with time. Even like your friends, have your friends keep you accountable. And if you're saying to yourself, oh, well, my friends wouldn't do that. Number one, you're either wrong and your friends would, or number two, they aren't your friends. You need better friends. Because this is kind of a tangent I'm about to go on, but like, friends who encourage you to cheat on your diet or encourage you to not work towards your goals aren't your friends. Because like, this is something I heard from Alex Hormozi, okay? If you look at a type of person, okay, and if I didn't tell you if someone was a friend or an enemy, okay, and I said this person tries to get you to not reach your goals, what would that be? That would be an enemy. So why do you have these people in your life calling them friends when they're trying to get you to excessively cheat on your diet, trying not to push you to be better? Like, the reality is they just aren't your friends. That's kind of a tangent, but I'll talk about it in another video. You want to surround yourself with friends or family who are going to push you to be better, who are going to give you the honest truth and be like, man, you're slacking on your diet and I'm here to actually like tell you and help you do that. Of course, you don't want the extremes. You don't want someone literally making fun of you because you can't stay on your diet. But you don't want someone saying good job all the time when you're not doing a good job. That was kind of the video today. It's a bit of a yap session. Let me know if you guys liked it and if you want another one like this. Thank you guys for watching. Hit that like button and subscribe.